Round 11 of BPL. It's day 3. It's Wednesday. It's moving day here in Moama, and we are very excited for it here on Ringside Live. Val Febo here with you for the clash between the Tasmania Tridents and the Perth Suns. Alongside me, once again, on a very cold and windy morning here on the Murray River, is Paul Holschke, the man of the people. Welcome, Paul.
Morning, Val. Yes, it's very chilly this morning.
And Connor Munnings also alongside me as well. Connor, welcome.
Thank you, Val. It's just a warm Tassie day.
Yeah, well, we're not in Tasmania. We know you're a little bit more conditioned to these sort of conditions, but Paul and I are not. We are dainty Melbourne people now.
Yeah, it's not too bad here, and
It's just the wind.
Yeah, it is the wind. It comes up cold every now and again. We have got the Tasmania Tridents playing in this morning's game up against the Perth Suns, so a bit of a different temperature type gauge for both of them.
Yep. Well, we'll go through the ladder briefly as we do get underway. So after last night, if you have just tuned in, the Geelong Jets sit 2 games clear on top of the table at 9-1. The Ospreys 7-3. Then the Pioneers, Hawks and Pirates 6-4 in 3rd, 4th and 5th. The Melbourne teams, the Pulse and the Extreme in 6th and 7th on 5-5. The Lions 4-6 with their crosstown rivals, the Saints also 4-6. These 2 teams, well, they can give themselves a little foothold in the competition if they get the win. The Tridents 3-7. The Suns also 3-7 in 10th and 11th. The Steamers rounding out the table on 2-8. So Moama, they asked this corner last night for their introduction to play The Only Way Is Up. Well, I did tell Kevin Anderson that they were second last, and unfortunately, they didn't go up. They went down.
Yeah, the Perth Suns had a great win last night against the Sydney Lions in the last game during the TV broadcast, which is great to see for the competition, just to bring all those teams. So everyone's in the running, but these teams will both be looking for a win this morning to hopefully kickstart their campaign for today.
So the teams, Beck Van Ash, Taylor Mail and Rob McMullen under coach Chris Dudman against Warren Holt, Christina Christic and Carl Healy up with their coach Bill Brandsma. And Beck was skipping the majority of the match last night on the TV rink against the Melbourne Extreme, in which the Tridents got desperately unlucky and
went down in a tie break.
And the tie break, it wasn't the easiest tie break to go down in, but
they're brutal, aren't they, the tiebreakers?
Bowls giveth and bowls taketh away.
Correct. Meanwhile, Tasmania are holding 1.
Warren Holt leading for the Perth Suns in his first BPL.
Game number 11.
Yes, it is.
They're nearly at the halfway mark.
Once we hit the end of the match today, we will be at the halfway point of BPL21. It's been a big couple of days already. I feel like Wednesday, I remember we used to call Thursday moving day because that's when most of the games were on and you had to play the most. I feel like that's Wednesday now. That's when you really get your foothold in this competition and you can really make or break it. So I think Wednesday now, with the extended matches and the amount of games you have to play, this is
a crucial game too between the 2 teams, and whoever comes second, it's not looking good, is it?
Yeah, it's nearly an 8-point game, like they say in AFL.
Yep. No, well, it is. This is a power play match.
It's a do or die.
Yep.
Got Carl Healy skipping for the Perth Suns in his 51st BPL game.
Yes, last night was 50, and he was pretty darn good as well. It was an interesting matchup between the Suns and the Lions.
Well, it'd be good to know if there's many Perth supporters watching on. 6 a.m. over there in Perth. It's an early start.
It is early.
I'm sure there's a few diehards watching on, and welcome and good morning to you all.
It was great to be here for the TV games last night. It's always nice on a Tuesday night seeing the TV games come to fruition, and Carl Healy was on song for those, or for that.
All right, what can Carl do here? Currently, the Tasmanian team are holding 2. His tongue out there. We know that's the narrow side.
Yeah, they do hold. Sometimes they can go a little bit straight at times, and
I actually had the pleasure of putting down a couple of bowls on this rink last night.
we were watching.
Wasn't very good, but
You're up
it was
against-
definitely the tighter hand.
Was it Bowls WA President Doug Kelly that you're rolling up with?
Yes, well, Doug got my measure.
I feel like every time you bowl at an event, the person you're bowling against gets your measure, Paul.
That would be correct. A bit of fun.
It is.
That's what it's all about.
Carl Healy with
Right,
his
big-
last bowl of end one.
Big bowl here. Can he draw it in? On his forehand. He's looking.
Tell you what, he's not on a bad line. It
just
is
a
going to
bit-
hold.
A bit too heavy.
Talon can draw another one here. Tridents get off to a great start.
Yep, so Beck Van Ash saying it's 2. Our other one's only just out, so whether that changes what Talon is going to do, is he going to try and promote it in and get both in to make 4 here? What's coming? I think he's got the weight.
It's not far away.
Seems to run a tiny bit more.
Just wobbled a little bit at the end, but that'll do, I think,
do.
for 3.
Yep.
He's done it.
Good start for the Tassie team.
So Tasmania 3-0 after 1. I'll be pretty happy with that to start proceedings this morning. It's always nice to get your first shots under your belt, especially in conditions that would be very similar to that of Tasmania. With weather-wise, it's quite chilly, and they're in shorts and polos. Actually, Beck does have a hoodie on.
Now, as expected from the Tasmanian playbook, it is ditch to ditch.
Well, I was speaking to Chris Studman this morning, and he said that the ditch-to-ditch, they started with it, but teams were actually beating them in that ditch-to-ditch length. So it's interesting to see them go back to it this morning, just to see how they go.
Beck's all over it here for first.
Well,
That's a great bowl. Look at that.
That's gonna be hard to
Resting
beat.
on the-
Bit lazy, didn't get a touch of there, Paul.
yeah, just didn't want to go the extra
just
millimetre.
saving a little bit of chalk for the marker.
And our marker out there is the one and only John Wallage, Swanee, from the Moama Bowling Club.
He's the bowls chairman.
He's an absolute legend, is Swanee. I thought he saw us there and heard us talking about him, but he didn't. Warren just missing the line there.
Another great delivery coming here for Beck. Well, it's just going to slide on through, but enough to hold 2. Okay, Warren's been forced to come on to his backhand, the narrower side, right of screen. These orange bowls, they really do stand out on this green surface. Here it comes. Sliding across a little bit. Enough for second shot. Okay, bit of a reset for Beck. Also on the backhand. She's going to chase it down. I think she likes it. Here it comes. She's willing it forward. Has she?
Well, that's great shooting.
Close.
The Tasmanian stalwart. As Connor said yesterday, her heart bleeds red, green, and yellow. Is it red, green, and gold? What are the colours actually, Connor?
It looks more yellow.
Yep. No, but I mean, like, what do they call it in
All right, here we
Tasmania?
come.
Oh, Warren Holt there with a bit of a fortunate result off his own. Tasmania still holding 1 there as the skips cross over.
He's really enjoying himself. Warren Holt was chatting to him just before and talking about, how much of a pleasure it is to be at the Bowls Premier League and coming
What a
from...
great honour.
Yeah, well, getting selected to play in this event, these are 36 of the world's best. To be alongside them or to be one of them, I think is a great honour.
I think it's great to see those club players do really well and get selected for these teams. Obviously, a lot of the Tasmanian teams. It's solely Tasmanian focused. Have done really well at the club and state level. Got selected, and Warren Holt's the example of that in WA.
Yep. And then we've seen that with Moreton Bay. They've used a lot of their club players. We've seen Aaron Hewson. We've seen
Chris Rosands.
Chris Rosands and Michael Breen as well. Now it's Ryan Burnett, but Ryan Burnett's played at a very high level all over the world. So.
All right, Carl Healy, his backhand, looking to cut it back. He had good weight there, Val. Took a little bit more grass, maybe that wind, that cold, chilly wind here in Moama this morning. Definitely got to be rugged up.
Town Mail finishing about a foot in front of the jack.
He's holding 3, thanks to Swanee. Okay. He's looking to change hands. He's coming on the forehand. A little bit of weight. He's searching. How's it going?
Oh, just
he's taken a while. Oh, maybe not. Still 3 down. Well,
so this is nerve-wracking for the Suns. Carl is going to have to put in a nice draw here because Taylor, you'd think, would add a 4th. Or is he going around the back here?
That's enough for 4.
Yeah, that's a good home.
Count, and it'll be in a good position.
So Carl Healy is going on the forehand with his last. He's going for it again. Geez, he needs to make connection here. Something has to
hit
come.
Something.
And he hasn't.
It was a bold shot with such a small target, so spaced out.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was the right call. I thought it would have had to have been a draw there, but this, I think, is going to be a 4 to the Tasmania Tridents, and this is going to be an electric start. We are going to get the measure here just to make sure, but Swanee had 3 paddles up before Taylor added another counter, and might just be the 3 in the end.
It's interesting the format like this with Carl Healy's last shot there. In a normal pennant match, 21 ends, he probably would draw that to try and cut it down because he has more time to get those shots back. But in the set play, when you only have 5 ends per set, he's probably trying to get as most shots as possible.
So in the end, it's a 3. So 6-0 after 2, and Bill Brandsma's seen enough. He says, I want my double shots.
Yeah, well.
So power play on offer.
That's the uniqueness of this format.
If
they could pick up a 4 here, they'll be in front.
The problem is the Tridents still have the power play up their sleeve. So 6-0 after 2 ends. And Connor, you're right. I think in a sides series, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the draw. But even then, if Carl does draw, it's only 3-1 after 2. And, things are a little bit different. Tassie might consider playing their power play early, which you can try and defend. So very interesting for the net sets.
X put them off to a good start on end number 3. What can Warren do on his backhand? To right of screen. It's coming in quite nicely here. Is it going to be enough?
Good start by both the leads there.
Yep. 1 to Tasmania. Yeah, very nicely this morning for Beck. Changed hands here. Just looking to just get behind the jack, I would say. And she's done that quite well. Just jack high. Okay, Warren's also about to change hands. On the forehand, the narrower side. Here it comes. What can he do? He needs something in there. Out a little bit. Makes contact with the Beck Van Ash bowl. That's definitely 2 to Tasmania. Beck with her last bowl at this end, and she's decided to go for a little wander up behind her bowls. What's she doing here? Can she draw a 3rd?
Oh, great bowl by Beck Van Ash there.
Got the jack.
This is very impressive from Beck Van Ash, and her leading has been supreme so far. It's putting Carl Healy under enormous amount of pressure at the back end. And it's making Taylor Mayall's life very easy and very simple as well.
Exactly right, Val. If the lead can get it in there, it really does put a lot of pressure onto the opposition team. Oh,
So
definitely two.
Beck Van Ash at the crossover once more holds sway. Taylor Mayall, can he finish it off, and can they defend the power play with their own still in hand?
I think Taylor Mayall might stick to the forehand here. He probably doesn't want to put anything jack high on the backhand. No, he's playing the backhand.
Yeah, I think backhand, he wants to get just the right of the jack there. Let's get behind. The problem is with Carl, he's got nothing to work with. He's got no back bowls. It's not a good situation for the Suns, unfortunately. But we've seen Carl do miracles before. Can he do it again? He's going big here, Val.
He's unleashed. The weight is there. Is the accuracy? No. And now I would suggest this is probably 3. Can Taylor Mayall put in a 4th and really tighten the screws?
He likes it.
Doesn't mind it at all.
Here it comes. This is, yep,
That's
in a
in the
great
perfect
spot
spot.
there.
So now Carl does play with some weight. Then there's a back bowl.
He's got to go hard again. Here it comes. What's he going to do?
Well, he got a couple out, but still 2.
Yep.
And he's got an enormous amount to do with his last. There is that is a toucher in the ditch as well for Tasmania. So does Taylor try and trail this jack back a little bit, get it towards that touch-up? Timeout called.
Beck Van Ash calling Taylor Mayall to get rid of the closest Suns bowl. Put the pressure on Carl.
Make him draw it. He's gone with the run-up. He's not far away.
He's just going to miss wide.
Good try there.
He could have, and I think what he was going for, he was going to try and work off his own, if anything, so could afford to be a little bit wide. So Carl Healy, this is an enormous bowl.
Jack in the ditch. Can he do it? Got his own out.
He's knocked his own out.
Makes no difference, Val. That's 2 more to Tasmania.
And that is 8-0. And power play called. So 8-0, a win in this end for Tasmania. Or if they only drop a 1, that is it for the set. They will not lose it. This is mightily impressive from the Apple Isle. They've
really turned the screws on this morning.
They've been supreme.
Beck Van Ash, she has been all over it. And here she comes again, putting another one in there. Good start. It's been relentless, Val.
It's the perfect word for it. So
what do you think the Suns potentially could do to change it up following this end?
Get closer. I think that's first and foremost. You've got to try and win an end and just try and change things up. But they're just not allowing them to get close.
No. Well, Christina Christic is on the sub bench. You'd think she would come in.
If they lose this end, I think she comes in.
Yep.
Plays out.
She'd have to.
Because the set will be over. Get her a loosener end just to get used to the conditions and then get started in the second, start afresh. That's the beauty of sets play, because you lose a set, you start afresh. Doesn't matter. It's 0-0.
Correct. All right, Warren on his forehand. Looks like he's going to be a little bit too speedy here. Fortunately into the ditch. So Tasmania holding 1. Beck with her third bowl. Coming down on her backhand. again going for a happy wander. A little jog. Just past Jack High, yes. It's probably enough for 2. Warren didn't muck around on the mat.
No.
Drawing on the forehand. Looking to get at least second shot.
He's got a pretty good one here,
I
Paul.
tell you what, he's a chance here. He's got the absolute great bowl, Warren.
That is enough.
I think so. The first time a skips have crossed over, Perth have been holding shot.
Correct. And Carl gave him a little high five, or a low five.
That's exactly what Warren Holt needed.
Yep. And the Perth Suns.
It's a bit of a confidence booster, isn't it?
Mm.
Just want to get on the board, don't you?
Yeah, you don't want to get bageled
No.
in a set.
Great weight here by Talon.
But even that's a pretty good home for Taylor Mail, because if that jack does get tugged away,
Pick
does
up a
help.
couple.
Yeah. Carl's on the tighter hand once more. Has he tossed this out too wide?
Here it comes. It just looks like it might just...
Oh, it's a good home.
It is.
Might be what he's playing for
Got
here.
the backers.
Try and trail that jack.
Could even have the spot. It's very close. Talon coming down on his backhand.
Bit of a tight line there.
Yes, that's going to curl away. That's going to be
Perfect weight.
ineffective in the end. So Tasmania need to win the end or drop a 1. It'll be the set for them, but this is not bad from Carl Healy. Just skims through.
Perth holding 1.
So Beck said, get the second. 1's all right. Doesn't matter because they know that they will still win the set either way.
You still want to claim the end though, Val.
They do, but
He's like a Robert McMullen, likes on the sub bench as well.
he's not far away. Taylor Mail, great effort.
Sliding on past.
So they have second and third. Can Carl Healy keep this first set alive? On its way. I think this is too high.
Yeah.
I'll take the 1.
So that's a 1, and that's the set.
But what are they going to do? Yes, there's
Substitutions coming on.
a double change.
Yep. And
Both Rob and Christina.
a great move from both coaches, Chris Studman and Bill Brandsma. Set's over. Get your lead in for a loosener. So is it Taylor Mail coming off? No, it is Beck Van Ash. She'll make her way off the rink. And so will Warren Holt.
Well, she was in sublime form.
Chrissy didn't know then that it was their end or their mat. She was about to let Rob McMullen bowl, and this has been... Sorry, I do apologise. The scoreboard, I have forgotten to update that. I will do so now.
So Christina coming down on her backhand.
Pretty good start coming straight off
Very
the bench
good
there.
start, especially coming off cold.
And look at how they've changed the length here.
Gone to medium.
Rob McMullen's first bowl of the game as well. And he's
Oh,
even
wow.
better.
Look at this. Nice little trail.
Made us a bit rowdy, didn't he? That was impressive. Both of these two
What a start.
on cold. The other matches going on that we haven't talked about yet, the Extreme and the Jets, the Steamers and the Hawks, the Saints and the Pulse, the Lions and the Pioneers, and the Ospreys and the Pirates. So the Extreme and Jets, 4 all after 3. The Steamers and the Hawks 4-2 after 4. The Saints and the Pulse, the Saints 4-2 after 4. The Lions and the Pioneers 7-0 after, or 7-4 after 4, sorry. And the Pirates lead the Ospreys 6-2 after 4.
We did see this in the Tridents last night on the TV rink, Val. They won the first set against the Melbourne Extreme 10-0. And then it went down a close one in the second, but then lost the tiebreaker. And I think there have been a few games like that where they've won one set by a fair few
Here comes
shots.
Chrissy. Tell you what, I think she has. She's drawn the shot. Brings a nice smile to her face. She's very happy with that. And so is Carl.
Sorry, Connor, continue on with the point. What were you saying? Just that they've gotten off to a good start.
Or they've won one set by a number of shots, a big margin, but then the next set might go down a close one, then they lose the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
They've done it a few times, I think. I've been just looking across the scoreboards.
It does seem a bit like that from what we've seen across the competition.
So what you're saying is they're not building on their great starts.
Potentially not, Paul.
Well, they won their first two, but since then they've lost their last 4 tiebreaks, have the Tasmania Tridents. So in the 7 losses they've had since round 2, 4 of those have gone the distance. So their net sets aren't too bad.
So if they'd won at least 2 of those tiebreakers, they'd be in the mix for the final.
Right in the mix.
So that's just shows how brutal the game is.
And they're not out of it by any means, but 4 tiebreak losses in a row doesn't help.
No.
When you look at the Suns, well, they've won 3 of their last 4, so their form isn't terrible. After dropping their opening 6 matches, and the only match that they dropped in that 3 of 4 was a tiebreak loss.
Carl pulling up a little bit short. Good line. Still 1 to the Suns.
Talmal put a bit of weight to try and remove the Perth bowl.
Or
And he's not far away here. He could get both.
He did.
He has.
Has it gone far enough away?
Oh,
It definitely
I think
has.
it has, yes.
I think it has. Yep. Our marker Rodney Bates is about to show 3.
3.
Big bowl here for Carl. Can he draw the absolute? It's not too far away. It's coming.
It's a great draw here from Carl Healy.
What a fantastic bowl. That's just what the doctor ordered.
It is. And the Suns, they just need to get their tails up a little bit.
They just need to get a bit of momentum. This would be 2 ends in a row if they can grab this one.
Rob McMahon likes it. He's down his haunches.
Is it going to hold? No.
Ooh, just clip front, Perth bowl. 1 to the Suns.
And that is the conclusion of this opening stanza. The Tridents 8-0 up after 3. Hold on and win it 8 shots to 2. So
It's 2 ends in a row. There's good confidence for the start of the second set.
And that's exactly right. That you need that sort of stuff. The Jets now that were down 4-2 after, it was 4-all after 3. They lead the Extreme 6-4 after 4. The Hawks have taken the opening set over the languishing Moama Steamers. They are struggling at this tournament. And the Saints lead the Pulse 4-2 after 4. There's been no change in the Pioneers. Lions score still 7-4 after 4 in favour of Adelaide. And the Pirates have taken the first set over the Ospreys as they look to continue on their merry way.
Christina Christic coming down on the right of screen. Her backhand.
And Adelaide have
Looking
taken...
to sit on the Tasmanian bowl. That's 1.
Adelaide have taken the opening set over Sydney on the next rink over. And the Saints have done so over the Melbourne Pulse. So that's what's happening. That's the lay of the land here at the Moama Bowling Club.
It's going to pull up a little bit short, that one, by Rob McMullen. Christina Christic. Commonwealth Games gold medal list in the women's pairs. I don't think we'll ever forget that match.
No, it was an absolute pleasure to be in the stands for that. It was such a wonderful, wonderful day. They were down and out against Amy Farrow and Sophie Tolchard. It was 12-3, in fact. got it to a 16-12 buffer. Then got a 4, dropped a 4. And then we went to an extra end. Amy Farrow managed to save it.
Rob McMullen here at
Trail.
Yep.
1 to Tasmania.
Yeah, Amy Farrow managed to save the match and send it to an extra end at the end of it. And then in the final end, it was Ellen Fife, nay Ryan, with the final bowl.
What can Christina do here? Is she going to pick up some of the jack? Oh,
She can't believe it.
Slices it to the...
But that is in a very good home. It's given Carl something.
It was probably one of the best matches, that women's gold medal.
It was
pairs
the
game. It
best
was
match of bowls that I've seen since starting
unbelievable.
here.
Had everything.
And to see two best friends win it together, and Els, they'd both had differing Commonwealth games at the time as well. Els had come and won the singles already, so she was flying high with confidence, as this one from Rob McMullen, Taylor Mail.
Ooh, he's opened it up a little bit. Carl will be happy with that. You can see the jack now.
But yeah, you look at what they were able to do. Chrissy went out in the 4s early in the group stage, so she'd had a Commonwealth Games that was sort of mixed at that point.
Here it comes on the backhand.
Carl
What's
Healy
he got? He's
trails.
got the jack.
Has it fallen in? No, not
Stays
quite.
on.
It's made 2.
Talent wastes no time on the mat.
He's very quick on the mat. Doesn't muck around. That's what it is, about making the decisive decision
He knows
and
what he wants
just
to do.
backing yourself. I tell you
Well,
what,
what a
look
bowl.
at that.
Why wouldn't you back
Yeah,
yourself?
correct.
Carl's going straight for this, you think.
Oh, he's
Sit and
going to
stay.
try and smack this one out.
Oh, no. I think he's going for the bowl dead. Has he got it? Has
Bowl
he got
of the
it?
jack, bowl of the jack. Oh, no.
Jack, and
Oh,
still
one
it's
down.
gone right in front of that
Oh,
Tasmania bowl.
rebounded off the backboard.
He hit it too well. That's so unfortunate if you're Carl Healy. So
Taylor needs to put one in there, just in front of it to protect it. Otherwise, Carl will be looking to rip it out. What's Taylor doing here? Oh, has he?
He doesn't want to knock his own in.
Ooh.
No,
Taylor
Talent
too.
It is a target though for
It's a bigger
Carl
target,
Healy.
isn't it, Connor?
Jack's just off the screen there.
All right. He's going to go big here, Val.
Carl Healy
Here it
needs
comes.
to clear both these bowls. Has he got it? Oh,
It's one.
it's still one, yes.
The bowl
I've
bounced back on.
never seen that before. That might be history. Yeah, so rebounded. That's one that I don't think I've seen before. The bowl has actually rebounded. There's history, Beck Van Ash.
That doesn't count. Yeah, it doesn't count.
Well, I'd not seen it.
Yeah.
So 1 to Tasmania. We were talking with Beck the other day about, well, I can't remember what it was, but she was saying, has that happened before?
It was Taylor Mail had a drive, nominated the kill, hit the jack, and rather than going out of bounds in the peg, it hit the back wall, bounced up the green, and then it was too far short. There's a regulation length,
Yep.
and it was too far short to continue end. So it's still a dead end. They nominated a kill.
Yep, I think that has happened before. It happened in the World Bowls Championships semi-final between Australia and Scotland in the triples.
Okay.
Carl Healy drove, rebounded off a bowl,
Yep.
and went too short, went to the respot. Australia won the match. So, Rob McMullen getting the job done again.
Yeah, good leading. Just a quick update. Extreme versus the Jets. The Jets claiming the first set.
They are looking good, the Geelong Jets.
The Hawks claiming the first set over the Moama Steamers. The Saints versus the Pulse. Saints claim the first set. The Lions versus the Pioneers. And Adelaide Pioneers also claiming the first set. And the Ospreys versus the Pirates. The Pirates getting the first set, but the Ospreys are leading 2-0 after 1 in the second set.
Jeez, Rob McMullen is having some sort of a morning.
I think both the leads for the Tridents have been
exactly
on fire.
right.
Yep.
The two leads have been on fire.
Yeah, and then you've got Taylor and a skip.
He's had a bit of an armchair ride, Taylor.
I'll tell him.
Been on the recliner.
On the lazy boy.
We call him Jason.
Why's that?
Jason Recliner.
So, Christina Christic, she's been very good this morning as well. So, just been outdone by what has been a sublime performance from Rob McMullen
And Beck Van Ash.
Yep. Well, she didn't lead against Beck.
No, but the two leads have been brilliant.
So
that's why they put them in a strong position.
So dare say, if they do lose this end here, Perth, I reckon we'll see a power play from Bill Brandsma.
It's a good home there.
Yep. Rob McMullen pretty happy with it. We had the Rob McMullen fan club last time out in November. Had his brother and wife Jess and mother-in-law Deborah Lee.
Yeah. Great name, Deborah Lee.
She's a fantastic bowler. Her
sounds
Jess
like
McMullen.
a country singer.
I think you said this last time out too.
I can't remember.
I think we had this conversation, but her, Jess McMullen and Beck Van Ash have won the national triples together.
Looking to move the Perth Suns bowl to...
Jess, Deb and Beck playing the state triples a lot down in Tasmania and clean it up pretty much nearly every year.
They dominate. And
Carl Healy looking to draw in here.
He's
got the tighter hand, and it's just holding on. It's two. He's still got one more. We've seen him do it before, Val.
The problem is Taylor Mail is performing the highest order.
It's a relentless pressure that they're putting on the Suns. All right. Taylor Mail drawing on the forehand.
Just call him Taylor Malin.
How are the Moama streamers doing, Paul?
Can't believe you told us that on air, Paul. Just opened yourself up.
Oh.
So Carl Healy now.
So squirt that jack out and we'll go straight to the Suns bowl.
All right. Changing hands. Backhand, right of screen. Here it comes. What's it going to do, Connor?
And he's just gone. What is this, Connor? Your eyes are better than mine.
It'll just be a 2 here. Yeah.
So that is a 2. It's 3-zip. No power play yet from Bill Brandsma. He's keeping it up his sleeve. 3-0 after 2 in this second set. Tasmania. They've got 2 prongs of that trident in the sun. Will the third one go in? They're aiming to.
Good to see a good crowd here this morning, Val.
There always is here at the Moama Bowling Club. Got a lot of Sydney Saints fans in this morning. I think they've all probably just hopped on the bus or hopped off the bus or the plane, wherever they've come from.
They turned up last night.
Because they didn't play the night session. They were here, actually, at the 2:45 game.
Yeah, I feel like their contingent's been increasing by the day.
It has. So them and the Jets have actually brought a lot of fans. The 2 new franchises. They've come to the party with both their playing roster and their off-green roster because the amount of people and fans that they are bringing up or down from Ocean Grove and St. John's Park has been magnificent.
That's what we want. If there's any fans locally watching on, it's time to hop in the car and come for a drive to Moama and check out these wonderful facilities and the high standard of bowls. It's incredible to watch. And it's a privilege to be here, to be able to bring this game to you this morning. What's Christina done here?
Well, she's got her weight right. Just, she needs the Goldilocks bowl next. She got her line pretty well with the first. She got her weight right with the second. The third one's going to be just right.
That's Rob McMullen done here on the forehand. Here it comes. Is it going to? Not quite. So there's an opportunity here. She needs to nail this, Val.
Christina Christic. This
Needs
is
to put the pressure on the opposition.
her biggest bowl.
This has probably been Rob's looser end.
Yeah.
This is better from Chrissy.
Here it comes.
Just needs to stop.
Slow down.
Well, that's a good bowl either way. It's probably not the shot, but at least it's passed and gives Carl Healy something to work with.
Swanee puts up the paddle. One to the Suns. Well, it's time for the skippers to play a bit of a drawing game. Who's going to nail it first? Will it be Talon or will it be Carl?
Finds that port there.
No change. Carl needs to nail this.
He does.
He's got to put the pressure back onto the Tasmanian team. Tell you what, good line here, Val.
He's persisted with
How's
this
his
line.
speed? Yes, well done. That's two.
So he has persisted with that line and that side of the rink this morning. Starting to pay dividends, maybe. Tail and Mail, though. If this gets under, well, it's gone over.
It's just
Perth still have the respot, so this could be the end where things change for the Suns. But they do need something closer.
well, they need another one here, Val. They need a
Carl.
third. It's got to slow down, I think, Val.
Again, not a bad home. I don't know if it'll go out there, but you never know. Taylor might be inclined to play a little bit of weight here or try and trail this jack towards where Rob McMullen placed his foot. It's gone on that forehand. I reckon that's what he's looking for.
He's just looking for a bit of jack movement.
He's urging it to hurry. I don't know if he sent it.
It's coming, Val. That's going to be the absolute.
No, he sent it
great.
all right.
Great bowl from Talon Mail there. I think he was looking to trail it, is what he was saying.
Yeah.
I think Carl's going to try and take it out, though, Val. They don't have the backest anymore.
No. Sit the bowl away. Stay for a few.
Yeah.
Carl Healy.
He's got to back himself. Christina was very confident in her call. What's he done? Here it comes.
He's not far away. Carl Healy. He's missed it.
What a shame.
One down. And it's 4 to the good now for Tasmania. Has Bill Brandsma put
There's
up?
the power play.
Bill Brandsma says, I want my power play. It is 4-0 now.
Meanwhile, Tasmania again ditch to ditch again.
Again, it's working for him. This has been...
This is the end. This is the most critical end in this game, Val.
In terms of performances by Tasmania at a Bowls Premier League, the ones that I've seen since their introduction at BPL 14, this might be the creme de la creme, apart from their finals win over the Steamers at BPL 15, when they pulled this tactic out on us where Talon skipped, but they kept making substitutions.
I do remember that.
Beck and Mark Knights would come out at the end of every end, and They bamboozled the Steamers that evening.
Good start here, Christina.
Yeah, one of the most consistent performances I've seen from the Tridents. All up as a team, every player.
So far, we don't want to put the mocker on them because they can happen at a BPL. You know, say if Perth score big on this power play, you never know. Sometimes it's only one end, and
He's left another one short here, Val.
this is
Leaving
where
the door a little bit ajar.
Perth
Can Christina take advantage? It's not looking too bad here, Val. I reckon we're going to have a second shot. Yes. That's 2 to the Suns. Rob McMullen didn't waste any time on the mat. On the forehand. I think it's just going to hold out. It's still 2 to the Suns. Again, Christina put a third one in there. She sent it. Is it going to turn? It's just hanging out there again. It's 2 to the Suns on the changeover. And this is the Perth Suns power play end. And they definitely need a result on this end. What's Taylor done? He's on the forehand. Here it comes. Looks like it's just going to just go through. Good line. Carl Healy from Cabramatta. World champion. Gold medalist. Looking to add a third here. It's looking good. That is superb. Great bowl there by Carl. Taylor also on the forehand. Has he sent it? Oh, he hasn't. It's 3 to the Suns. This is a big end.
Yeah, it is a big end for them, Paul.
Oh, this could be life-changing in this match.
It's a big bowl for Taylor with his last.
Oh, yes. Can Carl make 4? It's looking good.
He has there.
Oh, he certainly has. Wow. This game could just change right here on this bowl.
But this is why the power plays are so important.
Yes.
So it's 3 and a look.
Oh, I think it's 4. Anyway, this is it. All right, what can Taylor Mail do?
He has got to affect the head. He's got to.
Is he done?
He's close.
likes it.
Rob's looking very intently.
He's definitely cut it
Tell
down.
you what.
He's dead drawn, and what a goal from Taylor
cracking
Mail.
Bowl.
Dead draw. That is monstrous from Taylor Mail.
Come the moment, come the man.
Come the moment, come the mail. The mail is delivered.
The mailman.
Except on Sundays.
The mailman doesn't deliver every day anymore.
Well, they do.
Oh,
just
no.
not on Sundays.
No.
So Carl.
What can Carl Healy do? He needs to disrupt this Taylor
He's
Mail and bowl.
close.
I tell you what.
Oh, that is mightily close.
That is heartbreaking for the Suns.
And they defend the power play. Do Tasmania. They've got one of their own.
It's heartbreaking.
Taylor Mail just walking past
What
with
a
little
massive
smile in
bowl
his face.
by Taylor Mail. That was
He knew.
a absolute. That's definitely going to have to make the highlights reel.
And that, in fairness, that's probably just about it.
It
Because,
sealed the game, yep. It's going to be hard to pick up a 6.
yeah, that doesn't happen. I might have only seen it once or twice. Very, very rare.
I think in moments like that, all you can do is say, too good. That that was exceptional. Well,
So this is
and number 5. The Suns need a 6 to force it to a tiebreaker. Good start there by Christina, holding 1.
can't afford to be short here. The Perth Suns, they have to have everything passed.
Rob McMullen.
That makes things even more difficult.
Yes.
There is just nothing that Perth have been able to do this morning. It's funny, the ends that they've won have kind of been the inconsequential ones. The 2 that they won at the end of the opening set, they were down 8-0 and 8-1. So the set was pretty much over. And here they haven't even won an end. It's just been ruthless.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking for the Suns, that Talon Mail bowl.
Rob McMullen looking to finish behind here.
Oh, great home there. It's going to be very hard to make a 6 here, Val. Quick update around the grounds, Val.
Yes, so it's the Extreme in the second. They lead the Jets 4-1 in a must-win clash for them. They just need to keep on winning to keep themselves in the hunt. Steamers lead the second 6-3 over the Hawks. The Saints are set and 4-2 to the good after 3 over the Pulse. In the second, the Pioneers took the first over the Lions, and it's 2-all in the second after 3. The Ospreys lost the first to the Pirates. They lead 6-0 after 4 in the second, and I should say that the Hawks took the first over the Steamers. So I think that one's going to a tie-break now. Yep. They're all about to get back onto the rink.
Talon, if he finishes just under near those orange, it's pretty much game over for Perth.
Still 1 down. The Suns. It's coming in with a bit of searching weight here. Needs to knock on that front Tasmanian bowl. He has removed it.
2 for the Suns.
They need nothing but a 6.
Full count.
Do I dare say it? I can see them getting a 6 here. I can.
There is a. It's alive.
Option.
The 6 is alive.
Yeah.
He's got to trail the jack about half a foot to a foot.
To make it 5 there.
Yep. And then you can go for the opportunity with your last. So he's got to be up. He has got to be up. Carl Healy.
He's got to get around this front.
Oh, no. Has he? Oh.
Has he?
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, might make it hard now.
That needed to be passed.
All right.
And this from Taylor Mail might just seal it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has. There's no way a 6 is coming through now.
Well, he could kill the end and...
Well, that I think that's the option.
The call from Carl just then, if he gets it, it'll be close to the greatest bowl in Bowls Premier League history.
Yeah. So I think he's going for everything to try and clear all of these bowls out and leave here. This would be something special.
He has called a timeout for all the viewers.
So Carl Healy. Let's see what he can do. Don't know if he's too sure of it.
He just chose the draw in the end.
Yep. Take the shots, and that is going to miss under. Oh, no.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Down to the Tridents there.
Wow, and a power play as well. So you double that to 2. They clean sweep the set. And the Tasmania Tridents win at 8-2-7-0 in the most ruthless display I think they've ever put together at this Bowls Premier League. They have been phenomenal this morning, and they get the job done in straight sets over the Perth Suns to continue their hopes of a third finals appearance at the BPL. Up next, it's the Pioneers and the Jets at 10:15. Looking forward to that one. Paul Holschke, thank you very much.
Thank you, Val, and thank you, Connor. You're doing a great job.
Connor, we'll see you next.
Yeah, see you next game. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. It's the Tridents that get the job done in straight sets. And up next, it's the Jets and the Pioneers.